Trevs Hockey Show. I'm the Trev. It's too sweet. Anyway, continuing on with my favorite jersey from almost every team. I kind of want to get this wrapped up before the reverse retros come out, because that's going to be content central when that happens. Anyway, continuing on with a team I cannot absolutely stand. Talking, of course, about the Flyers. There are reasons, but either way, in my unbiased and open mind, I'm going to try and pick a Flyers jersey that I would consider a favorite. Let's go over it. So if you're unsure what I'm doing, you can follow any of the teams I've already done in the playlist below, see if I've done your team. But if you're unfamiliar with what I'm doing, I go to NHL Uniform Database, which is at nhluniforms.com, where they have every jersey from every team, past and present in the NHL. And I pick a team, and like I said, we're going alphabetically. I'm on the Flyers, which means I have that much essentially to go. What I do is I go on their team page and I pick 5 jerseys that I would consider my favorite, and at the end of that, one of them is. And some teams, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of have an idea what I think my favorite jersey is. Philly is actually no exception. I think I know what my favorite Flyers jersey is, but I'm not 100% sure I know. And that's the purpose of this. So, let's go to Philly. And since 1967, the Flyers look hasn't really evolved. The logo stayed the same. In over 50 years, not much has changed. So this could be a little bit difficult. We could be relying on special events more than anything. But I'm sure we can pick 5 out of this very, very bland uniform set. So starting with their currents. Tried, tested, and true, right? Their 2017 Stadium Series jerseys, which are still in rotation today. The 2012 Winter Classics, which eventually became thirds. This was inspired off of a sock. Their third jerseys from 2002 to 2007, which saw the only variation to the main logo. And that really wasn't much change. And we'll round it off with their 2021 reverse retros. It was fun to see black be a little more dominant, but essentially it's the same look. So after a little bit of thought, a little bit of consideration, I think I've narrowed it down. Number 5, because it really doesn't feel like a retro or a reverse to me. It feels like the Flyers. The current look, it's nothing special. It was a nice look for the game. It was a nice look as the third. But they have 2 better. Well, I thought this one was number 1, as it was my favorite Flyers jersey for the longest time. The only Flyers jersey I would ever consider. The 2017 Stadium Series jerseys, which they rock as their thirds to this day, just feel a little bit better. Optically, anyway. I mean, yeah, it's the same Flyers look, but it's not as orange dominant, is my point. Not that I'm against any of the orange. It is what it is when it comes to Philly, but this one just feels a little bit more easier to look at. And while I've never been a big fan of the colored name bar, it suits the look. It suits the team, really. So, I mean, why should you really be surprised at a name bar being colored? But like I said, I thought number 2 was going to be number 1, but this one is number 1. I've officially changed my mind as to my favorite Flyers jersey, and you're looking at it. Another bunch of hockey shows. Well, thank you for tuning in. Don't think I don't appreciate the gesture, especially if you've made it this far. And if you have made it this far, give me that thumbs up. Let me know you're here. It helps me. It helps this channel. So it's never a bad thing. If you're considering pushing the shiny red button, you know what it does. You know what we're going for. So let's do it up. Socials are in the description down below. Moving forward, I plan on pumping out quite a bit this weekend, just so you know. So I'm going to be working on some scripts as well. But either way, in the meantime, in between time, you'll look for more videos from Trev. Later.